Okay, so just get yourself ready for your restorative practice. Get a blanket just to put over your mat and have bolster underneath your knees, some blocks for underneath your feet, and a blanket to cover yourself up with if you feel like you might be cold, and a folded blanket for underneath your head. If you can cover your eyes with something like an eye pillow, then all the better. So just lay yourself down with the bolster underneath your knees, the blocks underneath your feet, blanket underneath your head, supporting the back of your neck, and then just allow yourself to let go and release. So just give yourself permission to relax. So just get yourself comfy. Cover your eyes if there's a lot of lightness in your room. And then release into the floor. So consciously allowing yourself to relax down into the ground. Just focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate breaths, deep, deliberate in-breaths and out-breaths. Consciously letting go of the muscles of the arms and the legs. Just focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate breaths. Just listening to the sound of your breath, just allowing the body to release into the ground. Let go of the muscles of the legs so that your legs become heavy on the floor. Let go of the arm muscles so that the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders are supported by the floor. Draw your attention into the soles of the feet and allow the soles of the feet to relax. Draw your attention into the tops of the feet. And consciously permit the tops of the feet to completely relax. Letting go of the muscle, and the bones and the skin. Draw your attention into your shins. Relaxing the shins into the mat. Relaxing the shins into the bolster and into the blocks. And consciously relaxing the thigh muscles. Letting the fronts of the thighs sink into the backs of the thighs. Let go of the thighs and the shins and the feet, just allowing the body to completely relax the legs. Draw your attention into the abdomen and completely release the abdominal muscles. Draw your attention into the abdomen. And relax the abdominal region and the pelvis and the legs. Relax the abdomen completely, and then draw your consciousness up into the chest, into the armpit chest, into the ribs. Take a deep inhalation and then completely sink into the ground with the exhalation. And then completely relax the chest, relaxing the muscles between the ribs. Draw your attention into your shoulders and your upper arms and the forearms and the hands. Relaxing the arms and the shoulders and the hands completely into the ground. Draw your consciousness into the neck and into the head, consciously releasing tension around the head. And then relaxing around the neck and the facial muscles, relaxing in the inner ear, and just allowing yourself to completely let go, surrendering into the straight line of the floor. Just basking in that feeling of energetic lightness as you let go of the muscles of the arms and the legs. Just luxuriating in that feeling of complete release. Soften the muscles around the neck and around the face. Drawing the front of the facial muscles to draw downwards. Just observing as your tiredness slips away. Just using this time to really relax and unwind. Softening the muscles in the face and around the ears, around the back of the neck. Just luxuriating in the indulgence of relaxation. Okay, when you're ready to disturb yourself, just wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, and then bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, and just gently roll over onto your side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then stretch out your top leg, come back up into seated position, just across legs. With your hands in the masty, just not with your hands in the masty, your hands on your knees, just observing your energy. Okay, we'll do the mountain brook pose. So this is a nice way to just open the energy of your chest. So just open your mat out to like this kind of eighth fold or quarter fold rather. Fold it down the middle, so you got this kind of narrow, quite thick lift, and your shoulder blades are going to go on there. So you can move the blocks out of the way for your feet, but then your legs just come onto the underneath the bolster underneath your knees, and then you just bring yourself down. So it's just your shoulder blades that are supported by the folded blanket, and then again cover your eyes and then rest your arms over your head along the floor. You can always put blocks underneath your hands if there's stiff shoulders and you find it difficult to bring your hands down. Otherwise, just allow yourself to release into the ground. So as you know, I'll speak less and less as we progress so that you can just use the opportunity to relax rather than having to listen. Okay, release your arms down, just rest your hands at the sides. Just resting your hands on your lower ribs for a moment. And then bend your knees and roll onto your right side. And then sit yourself up. Again, just sitting in cross legs. Just observing just how the pose brings real openness to your energy around the back and the front chest. Okay, and then we're going to take the folded blanket and either fold it down the middle again, so you've got this really thick bolster, and that's going to go into your armpit chest. Or if you've got an oblong bolster, that will work perfectly. So have your oblong bolster, have a block for your head, just for our side lying stretch. So you just bend your knees and then you stretch yourself along the bolster, bring the shoulder down onto the floor, have the block for your head, and then just rest your arm over the top of your shoulder. So just another really good energizing, quietening pose, just stretching yourself out along the bolster, supporting the armpit chest with the bolster or the folded blanket. And again, just allowing your eyes to close. So it's a little more difficult to cover your eyes like this, so you can just, if you've got something to just cover your head like a hood, then you can pull that over your eyes a little, or just keep your eyes closed. So again, if the shoulders are stiff, then you can put a block underneath your hand just to soften the action of the shoulders. Okay, bring the top arm back just to rest on the upper chest. Push the bottom elbow into the floor and then bring yourself up into cross legs just again. Observing your energy. And then just roll over onto the other side. So bend your knees again. Lengthen out that other side of the chest. Bringing the shoulder down, keeping the elbow in a little right angle. Resting your head onto the bolster, onto the block rather. And then stretching your top arm over your ear. And then just completely let go and allow yourself to release into the floor. So remember, you can just adjust if you need to. And then just allow yourself to relax. And then bring that top arm back just to rest on your hip. Push your elbow into the floor and then just sit yourself again in just a good cross legs with your hands on your knees, just observing your energy. Just observing how your energy rises from the chest. And then turn your bolster long ways. Have a folded blanket just as a little pillow for your head. And then we're just going to come into our heart pose, just laying along the bolster, just lifting the chest onto the bolster and then allowing the body to just rest down into the floor. So the legs are just straight, the chest is gently elevated, and again you can cover your eyes for darkness just to give yourself that opportunity to relax a little more deeply. It's the blanket underneath your head just to stop your head from rolling back. And again, just consciously allow the body to release into the floor. Okay, just push your elbows into the floor, just lift yourself up into a seated position. Take the bolster away from behind you, just put the bolster underneath your knees. So you're just relaxing just for the last couple of minutes, just bolster underneath the knees, and then blanket from underneath your head, supporting the back of your neck and your head. And then again, just allow yourself to just release into the floor. Maybe observe your energy, observe how your energy has changed. Observe how the bones radiate positive energy into the muscles. Radiating positive energy from the bones into the muscles and into the organs, into the flesh and into the skin. Just basking in a feeling of energetic lightness from the tips of the toes to the fingertips to the top of the head. Okay, when you're ready to disturb yourself, just gently wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, bend your knees, just rest your feet on the bolster for a moment, feet apart, knees together, just resting your back into the floor. And then gently roll onto your side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then stretch out the top leg, come back up into a seated position, just cross legs with your hands in Namaste, just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose down into the abdomen. Just acknowledging the positive energy you have created inside through the relaxation poses. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. And send some of that positive energy out into the world. ready, just release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. Index finger in contact with the thumb, stretching the other fingers away from the palms of the hands, just a gesture of peacefulness and wisdom. And then as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel as though you've really lifted your energy, given yourself good, positive energy to put into your day, into your evening. So thanks very much for joining me.